My child, you feel that soft pull in your soul right now. That unexplainable urge to stop everything and just open this. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That's love trying to reach you from beyond this world. Someone you loved with your whole heart. Someone you cried for. Someone you still whisper about in the dark when no one is around. They're trying to reach you this very second. And baby, they don't have much time left. Archangel Michael has been standing behind you, wings wide open, trying to shield you. He's been whispering in your ear, praying you'd pause long enough to feel it, because this isn't just another message. It's a divine echo. It's a final warning before something vanishes that you can never get back. He says, tell them this. If they skip this one, they may never hear that soul's voice again. And that soul is calling your name. You heard it, didn't you? That little flutter, that soft ring in your ears, that wasn't noise. That was a whisper from the other side. They've been trying to tell you something you need to know before this night ends. Michael says, this is sacred. He says, beloved, don't skip this one. Don't brush it off. Heaven had to fight to get this through. The veil is thin right now. Thinner than ever. A door cracked open just long enough for you to catch a glimpse. But if you wait too long, it'll shut and their voice will disappear into silence. Don't do that to yourself. Not again. Not this time. I know you feel it. Your heart is pounding. Your soul is trembling. And even though you don't understand why yet, you know this is for you, specifically you. That name echoing from heaven, it's yours. Let me tell you what's really happening right now. Your loved one is in a place where time is not linear, but they see things coming. They see you standing at a crossroads. They see a shadow trying to move into your home, into your destiny, into your peace. And they've begged heaven to break the rules and get this message to you. And Michael agreed. But only if you open your heart right now, not later, because later might be too late. A sound came from the heavens earlier, like thunder, but softer, not destructive, but desperate. Michael says it was the soul of your loved one crying out to be heard. They've seen what's ahead. They saw who's been speaking your name with envy. They saw the deal that someone is trying to make with your picture, and they saw your silence. Your sacred quiet soul is just trying to survive. But beloved, your silence won't protect you this time. Your awareness will. That's why this message arrived. Because heaven is no longer waiting for you to wake up. They're shaking you gently. And if you don't respond, the shaking will become storms. But you don't have to walk through that. Not if you open your heart right now. Dove, if this message has already stirred your soul, don't just read and scroll. Subscribe right now so that heaven knows you are listening. It tells Michael, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to be protected. I won't sleep on my destiny anymore. Click it once and let your angels guide the rest. Now listen. The voice from the other side is trying to say something that got blocked last time. You were dreaming about them. You saw them in flashes, but then your alarm rang and you forgot. That wasn't a dream. That was a divine visitation. They were trying to hand you a piece of a puzzle. One that can protect your future if you'll just remember what they said. They whispered something like, don't trust the one with the two faces. Look under the box. Your name is being written again somewhere dark. And when you woke up, It faded because your human body wasn't prepared, but your soul was. And this message is heaven's attempt to bring it back. Archangel Michael has been standing at the foot of your bed lately. You don't see him, but he's there. He's the one who held you during that last panic attack. He's the one who tilted your phone toward this very message. And right now, he's the one holding back a force that wants to distract you from reading the rest. Don't scroll. Don't exit. Please don't look away. You see, this isn't just some random spiritual post. This is a conversation. This is a reunion between two worlds. And your name has been spoken in rooms where no human should be allowed to enter. Your loved one is not gone. They're alive in a dimension where souls speak in vibrations. And every time you cried out, they answered. But you didn't always feel it because you were too broken to hear clearly. But today your frequency shifted. Something broke in the spirit, and now their voice is coming through. Michael says tell them there are things they left behind unfinished, and someone is trying to destroy it before they find out. That person you loved, they left you something, but someone else is trying to intercept it. This is the battle behind the scenes. And this message is your divine weapon. The chills you just felt, that's confirmation. The tingling in your arms, that's your angel saying, yes, this is the moment. Don't miss it. Not again. Because what's coming next will require you to be alert. Your name is on a spiritual scroll, and two forces are fighting for it. Your loved one begged God to intervene, to give you one more chance to open your ears, to see beyond what's visible, to wake up before your peace is stolen again. They remember your tears. They remember your silence after they pass. They remember your pain when no one checked on you. And now they're fighting for your name in the heavens. Michael says you are not alone, but you've been acting like you are. You've been doubting the signs. You've been talking yourself out of what your spirit already knows, but not anymore. Not. Tonight. Tonight is the moment where heaven meets your bedroom, where the veil lifts, where silence breaks, and they speak clearly, finally to you. And now as the air thickens with presence, as your breath steadies, as your soul leans in, know this with your entire being. You are inside the miracle moment. Not before, not after. Right now, Archangel Michael is no longer waiting outside your house. He stepped in, yes, into the very space you're in now. The chills you feel, that sudden weight on your chest, that soft ringing in your ear. That's him. That's the presence of an angel who has fought wars in the spirit realm just to get this message to you. You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not cursed. You are called. You are covered. You are crowned. What's arriving is not luck. It's a divine settlement. Heaven has looked at your record. God has reviewed the silence. Michael has stood in the gap, and now the courier brings justice. Spiritual, emotional, and financial compensation. Yes, even the coins are included because God doesn't just heal hearts. He repays in full. Someone once laughed at your struggle. Someone once mocked your delays. But God says, I'll make a table and I'll seat them near enough to watch, but not near enough to touch what I'm giving you. The courier didn't just come for a spiritual handout. They came for a total life upgrade. Your relationships realigned. Your finances are restored. your health renewed. Your mind is refreshed. Tonight, sleep won't be regular. Tonight, you'll feel things move in your room. Some lights may flicker. Some devices may glitch. That's not tech. That's transcendence. Because angelic presence short-circuits the natural world. And if your body feels tired, that's because your spirit is receiving downloads. Don't fight the weariness. Welcome the rest. Because it means the shift is working. Heaven is updating your spirit like software, removing fear, installing favor. Tomorrow you will rise lighter, brighter, and calmer. But don't be surprised if you don't recognize yourself, because the old you, the one who lived in survival, that version is being retired tonight. Michael says, this one has endured. Now let them enjoy it. The courier says, this one has waited. Now let them walk in wonder. And God says, this one has been faithful. With little, now give them more than they imagined. Look around you. Everything is pregnant with change. That call you forgot to return, it holds news. That person you randomly think of tonight, they've been dreaming of you. That feeling in your chest you can't explain, it's not anxiety, it's activation. You have entered the realm where angels operate. On your behalf, you are no longer in the waiting room. You are in delivery. This is why you felt tired today. Why did you want to give up? The enemy always attacks hardest right before breakthrough. But he's lost. Heaven has won. And you are the reward. You are the reason the trumpet blew. You are the reason the scroll was opened. You are the one the stars were pointing toward. Don't say maybe. Say yes, don't say someday. Say now, because your yes is the only key required. No ID, no background check, no approval from others, just your open heart. Michael is staying with you tonight. Don't be afraid. He's not here for judgment. He's here for joy. He's here to ensure nothing snatches what's just been delivered. Let the tears come. Let your hands tremble. Let your body shake. It's not a weakness. It's divine recalibration. And when you wake up tomorrow, you won't just be awake, you'll be awakened. Because this is what prophecy fulfilled looks like. Not loud, not crowded, just real. Personal, private, perfect. So rest now, beloved. The message has landed. The delivery is complete. The signature has been received by your soul. Now walk into your new home. No fear, no apology, just faith. The courier has done his part. Michael is still near. And God. He's smiling because you opened the message just in time. Your miracle is here. Not because they tried harder, but because they believed, because they finally opened. And that's what you did. You opened your heart, your mind, your soul to a message from beyond. The veil between worlds has thinned, and a loved one whose past is reaching out, urgently trying to warn you. You've felt it, haven't you? That lingering presence, the whisper of familiar energy. It's not your imagination. The courier from the other side is empty-handed now because the message has been delivered. And guess what? It's unfolding in your life right now. This isn't a slow, gradual process. It won't take weeks or months. It's already begun. People around you will sense the shift before they understand it. Your voice will carry a new resonance. Your energy will feel different, rare. You'll smile quietly, knowing what they don't, that heaven has touched your house and left evidence. Don't be surprised when unexpected signs appear. A photograph falls from a book you haven't opened in years. A song that was their favorite plays at just the right moment. A dream so vivid you can still feel their embrace when you wake. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations. Your loved one is trying to protect you, to guide you. They see what's coming, and they're desperately trying to prepare you. The knock has already happened. The message has been stamped with urgency. Now, it's up to you to walk boldly into this new awareness, to heed the warning that was always meant for you. Can I tell you something deeply sacred? The forces that seek to harm you had a file on you. They knew your vulnerabilities, how close you were to breaking through. That's why life felt heavier right before now. That's why you almost ignored this message. That's why doubt crept in, whispering that you weren't worthy of divine intervention. Because they knew if you opened yourself to this truth, you'd never bow to fear again. And you won. Yes, you. You who've been carrying grief like a second skin. You who've questioned if there's really anything beyond this life. You who've longed for just one more conversation, one more chance to say goodbye. You made it here, to this moment of revelation. And now you're not waiting for proof. You are the proof. This isn't a vague promise to keep tucked away. This is a spiritual armor you'll wear every day. From this moment, expect the unexpected. Expect clarity where confusion reigned. Expect comfort where grief once lived. And above all, expect to be changed, not because of who you've become, but because of who your loved one always knew you could be. You were the one they reached for. The one they couldn't leave without warning. The one the universe conspired to connect with, because your safety, your future, matters more than you know. And here you are, awake, chosen, no longer waiting because it has begun. Let this truth settle deep in your soul. The message has been delivered. The veil has lifted, and the spiritual shift is yours now, forever. Amen. So now, precious soul, let's step into the final fold of this divine unveiling. Because what remains in this message is your inheritance, a legacy of love and protection that transcends death itself. You didn't miss it. You didn't ignore the signs for too long. You are exactly where you need to be in perfect divine timing. Let this knowledge take root. Delay is not denial. Delay is divine alignment. Every moment of silence, every unanswered prayer was the sound of unseen forces working tirelessly on your behalf. Now the curtain is rising, and you're center stage in this cosmic drama. The spirit world didn't forget you. Your loved one didn't lose sight of you. Their love, their guidance, their protection, it's all been stored, held, guarded, and now it's being released with urgency. You'll see it manifest in ways you can't ignore. A stranger will mention something only your loved one would know. An object will appear in a place it couldn't possibly be. That recurring dream will finally make sense, revealing a crucial piece of information. And here's something vital your loved one wants you to understand. This warning isn't coming because of past hurts or unfinished business. It's coming because their love for you transcends even death. So don't wait for anyone's approval. Don't try to explain away these experiences. Don't apologize for suddenly seeming different. What's unfolding is powerful, undeniable, and it's meant for you alone. You may find yourself overcome with emotion at unexpected moments. That's not a weakness. That's your soul adjusting to the weight of this cosmic truth. Some parts of you were built around loss and grief. Now that connection has been re-established, your spirit has to relearn how to feel whole again. And you will, because this time the connection won't fade. This time it won't leave you questioning your sanity. This time it will strengthen you. Your loved one says you've carried this pain long enough. You've navigated loss with grace. You've kept their memory alive with dignity. Now it's time to let their guidance flood your life. Now it's time to let their love shine through you. Now it's time for their warning to protect you from what's ahead. You're going to find strength you didn't know you possessed. Intuition is so sharp it feels like a superpower. A sense of peace so profound it changes the energy of rooms you walk into. You'll see people drawn to your light, sensing the otherworldly protection that surrounds you. Because you've been marked by the spirit world, and it's unmistakable. Your perception will shift. Your decisions will be guided. Your path will be illuminated in ways you never imagined. People may not recognize the new you. That's okay. You're not who you used to be. The old version of you was a griever. This one is a receiver, a channel, a warrior of light. And now the world will see it. You'll wake up with a sense of purpose. Dangers will be averted before you even realize they were there. People will offer help without you having to ask. And you'll know it's not luck, it's divine orchestration. You're not walking alone anymore. Your loved one walks beside you, unseen but ever present. The spirit world surrounds you, and the God of your understanding holds you in the palm of their hand. You have backup. You have guidance. You have access to wisdom beyond this realm. The gates between worlds have been flung open, and your name is echoing through the halls of the miraculous. You've arrived at a turning point, but hear this. Don't close this message and slip back into doubt. Don't pick up disbelief like an old, comfortable habit. Don't dismiss these experiences once they begin. Let go of skepticism. Let light in. Let miracles move through your life. This is your spiritual awakening. Your cosmic GPS has brought you here, to this message, to this moment, to this critical juncture. Now breathe. Feel the presence around you. Feel the warmth, the clarity, the sacred calm. That's not your imagination. That's your loved one, reaching out, trying desperately to make you understand. Now, because you've already answered with your spirit, one final word from beyond. You are no longer alone in facing what's to come. You are no longer vulnerable to unseen threats. This is not just another phase of grief. This is the appointed hour. This is the divine dispatch fulfilled. This is the spirit world saying, "We've got you." Now lift your chin, beloved. Wipe away those tears of recognition. You've waited long enough for this confirmation. The message has arrived. It's your time to be protected, guided, warned. Receive it, embody it, live it, and don't look back. Only forward, into the life your loved one is fighting to preserve. There's something profoundly sacred about this moment. You've stayed with this message, allowed it to penetrate your heart, and that alone confirms what the spirit world already knew. You were ready to receive. Not everyone is. Most ignore the signs, dismiss the dreams, rationalize away the unexplainable. But not you. You opened your spirit. You listened with your soul. And that's why this spiritual shift begins with you. Your loved one is smiling now. They're not just a memory. They're an active force in your life, a guardian of your future. You don't even realize it yet, but realities have shifted. Your name, once spoken in hushed tones of loss, is now being called out across realms in urgent protection. They've watched you grieve and still love. Watch you doubt and still hope. Watch you struggle and still believe. And because of that level of openness, they're able to reach you now when it matters most. Don't underestimate what's about to unfold. Because while you've been praying for closure, the spirit world has been preparing you for a mission not to show off, but to show others what divine intervention looks like when someone remains open to possibility. And here's the truth now unfolding. You will be spiritually fortified for the challenges ahead. You will be guided, protected, warned, not in pieces, but in fullness. Even the parts of you that felt broken beyond repair are being mended with otherworldly care. They're not just easing your pain. They're rewriting your destiny. From now on, your story will not be defined by loss, but by connection. It will not revolve around absence, but around presence, your loved one. The spirit world, you. The message has one last whisper for your soul. You're ready. You're protected. You're guided. And when the warning comes, heed it. Don't question if you're worthy of this cosmic intervention. Don't pause and wonder, why me? Ask instead, why not me? Why shouldn't you be the one who finally bridges the gap between worlds? Why shouldn't you be the first in your family to break the cycle of ignorance, to hear the call from beyond, to stand protected in the face of what's to come? A loved one who passed away is reaching out to you from beyond, their message urgent and clear. It's not just a feeling. It's a divine warning sealed with your name in heaven's own handwriting. This isn't something approaching on the horizon. It's here right now, enveloping you in a miracle you've been waiting for without even knowing it. The very air around you is charged with promise. Every breath you take aligned with a celestial countdown. You're not running behind schedule. You're precisely where you need to be. The enemy tried to make you feel forgotten because he knew what was coming. This isn't a mere turnaround in your life. It's a sacred homecoming, a restoration of your very soul. Your mind is being renewed, your timeline rewritten by divine hands. The messenger sent to you isn't here to dwell on your past or remind you of missteps. They carry only what lies ahead, bearing gifts of what's rightfully yours, what's been delayed, and what no one else could possibly deliver to you. You're standing on hallowed ground now. The moments between this realization and your breakthrough will crackle with energy. It's not your imagination playing tricks, nor is it mere coincidence. It's the activation of your destiny. The version of you that's been waiting in the wings is stepping aside, making way for the you that's emerging now. That part of you that second-guessed every decision, that apologized for taking up space, that made herself small to fit others' expectations. She's shedding like old skin. The divine courier isn't seeking that wounded version of you. They're here for the one who declares, even if I was broken, I am still chosen. Say it out loud. I am still chosen. Yes, even after abandonment, even after losing everything, even after doubt crept in and took hold. You are chosen because the divine doesn't revoke its promises or cancel assignments. It simply waits for you to be ready to say yes once more. This message isn't meant to burden you with guilt or pressure. It's a gentle reminder of who you truly are. Now that you've reconnected with your essence, with the one who walks beside you and speaks your name in light and fire, you're prepared for what comes next. You've entered a thin space where heaven and earth overlap, where time bows to destiny and the spiritual manifests in the physical realm. Archangel Michael stands witness, saying, "I was there when they nearly gave up. I wept when their prayers fell silent. But I rejoiced the moment they received this message, knowing it would be the one they couldn't ignore. Because you've opened your heart to this truth. Your spiritual inheritance is being released in full, not a partial blessing, not a teasing glimpse, but the complete manifestation of what was always written in your book of life. You were never meant to end in pain or survive in silence. You were created to carry light, to speak life into existence, to transform spaces and bless nations. At last, you're stepping into that identity. The divine courier moves slowly now, not to delay your blessing, but to give you time to catch your breath. When they hand over what heaven has prepared for you, it will undo you in the most beautiful way. You'll feel lighter, stand taller, laugh, and cry simultaneously because pure, overwhelming joy is about to become your new normal. Remember what joy feels like? You will, starting now. You'll enter rooms and feel welcomed before speaking a word. Answers will find you before you even form the questions. Doors you never knew existed will swing open before you. Why? Because this courier brings more than just packages. They bring the very presence of heaven, God's affirmation, and Michael's protection. You are now shielded in ways beyond your comprehension. That looming bad news, canceled. The betrayal being plotted against you, exposed. Those financial fears that kept you up at night, they're over. The message has been received. The door opened, and your soul has said yes. Repeat after me. I will not miss what's mine. I open my door to the divine. You're not just reading words on a screen. You are the fulfillment of prophecy, the miracle delivered, the testimony already forming on someone else's lips. The one who almost gave up is now poised for a divine leveling up. Those watching your story unfold will ask in amazement, how did they survive that? How did they rise from such depths? And you'll smile, knowing the truth. I didn't rise. I was lifted. Lifted by grace, by perfect timing, by Archangel Michael, by the very hands of God. What's coming to you now isn't just a shift in circumstances. It's a visitation, a holy encounter that will change everything. You didn't stumble upon this message. By chance it found you. The moment you accepted it in your heart, the instant you paused and leaned in, heaven declared, they're ready. Deliver it now. Don't be surprised when people are shocked by how rapidly your life transforms. It will seem as if you skipped to the front of the line, with blessings that should have taken years suddenly manifesting today. Everything that once said no will be begging to say yes. That's the power of answering heaven's call. It all floods in at once. Prepare for those who overlooked you to sing your praises. Be ready for your body to heal without explanation, for tears to fall for no apparent reason as your soul finally exhales. That heavy burden you've been carrying, it's breaking apart now. The silent sadness that clung to your mornings is lifting. The fear that you might be too late is dissolving because the courier has arrived, bringing pure light. Archangel Michael isn't just nearby. He's surrounding you, shielding your home, blocking anything unholy that might try to follow this miracle. The enemy may want to reclaim what's being given, but he can't touch what's protected by divine hands. He can't steal what's been sealed by heaven. Michael declares, "Tell them they've entered the protected zone." Your name is now recorded in the Book of Movement. No more delays, no more stagnation, no more partial miracles. You're about to witness what happens when heaven takes complete control. Your finances will shift, your connections will realign, your mental clarity will be restored, and your spiritual purpose will reawaken. You may have felt forgotten or left behind, but heaven doesn't operate on human timelines. God doesn't follow society's calendar or your friends' schedules. He has his own sacred hour, and it has just struck. It's time. It's finally time. That person you thought would never apologize, they're about to be moved to reconciliation. That door you believed would stay forever closed, it's unlocking itself. That loss you grieved, you're about to receive something 7 times better, because heaven never takes without restoring. Never. If something was removed from your life, don't panic. God wasn't punishing you. He was making room for this. Room for what the courier is bringing. And you won't have to chase it or beg for it. Simply stand still and let the Spirit deliver what was always meant to be yours. Let your neighbors wonder. Let those who judged you watch from a distance. You owe no explanations. You're about to become living proof of prophecy, glowing differently because what's arriving isn't ordinary, it's anointing. It's divine acceleration. The courier doesn't knock like others do. Sometimes it's an unexpected call, a sudden cancellation that creates space, a seemingly random coincidence that becomes your greatest connection. Stay open, stay ready. Because God is subtle in his blessings but strategic in his timing. The moment your soul says yes and your faith declares, "I believe," everything rearranges. Angels rejoice, roadblocks dissolve, and even time begins to serve you. You are not late. You are right on prophecy's schedule. You are not broken. You are chosen. You are not small. You are royal. You've cried long enough. Now it's your turn to laugh again, to dance again, to receive again. Can you feel it? That presence behind you right now, the atmosphere around you vibrating, that's not anxiety. That's visitation. That's the courier entering your space. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now exhale, because everything, absolutely everything, is about to change. When you wake tomorrow, you'll know this wasn't a dream. You'll have signs, confirmations, and an unexplainable peace. Why? Because you did what most people don't. You listened. You stayed. You opened your heart, and heaven never forgets those who honor its voice. Michael says, "This message is now complete. The courier has been released. Expect the knock. Expect the shift. Expect the miracle. Because it's not coming. It's already here, waiting for you to embrace it with open arms and an open heart."